Think about it. Why do you feel like you're always playing catch-up in life? You follow the rules, go to school, get good grades. But somehow, it feels like your future is slipping further away from you. Ever wondered why? It's because schools don't teach you to master your future. They teach you to be perfect employees.
The people who built the schools were consciously aiming at eradicating the will of the students who were part of the system because they wanted them to be obedient.
The entire purpose of a good university is to give you a foundation to fail, not a foundation to get an A.
The gang of 9 got together, I think it was, and decided this is what people should learn. Physics, biology, chemistry.
But what if I told you that you've been lied to? That the real secret to success isn't in your textbooks, but in how you control your mind, like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka. He's the type of person who can bend reality to his will. And today, I'm going to break down step by step how you can think and act like him. Before we dive in, if you're serious about unlocking your full potential, let the universe know. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment saying, "I am a genius." I will personally like your comment to show you that you're ready to step out of the system and become someone who controls their own destiny. Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Illusion of Success. From the moment you're born, society has been programming you to believe in a very specific idea of success. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, and then you'll make it. But let's face it, has this formula ever really worked for anyone who's at the top? The Ayanokojis of the world. Understand one critical thing. The game is rigged, and it's rigged in favor of those who know how to think independently. Schools, especially in places like the USA, have become factories designed to produce obedient workers, not creative thinkers or innovators. Here's the truth no one will tell you. School is about training you for the rat race. It's about preparing you for a life of chasing a paycheck, not achieving greatness. When was the last time your teacher taught you how to manipulate a situation to your advantage, or how to control your emotions in high-pressure environments? Ayanokoji figured out that these are the real skills that make people powerful in life. And here's the shocking part. You don't need a degree to learn them. Chapter 2: Breaking Free from the System. The system doesn't want you to think for yourself. It doesn't want you to question authority or push boundaries, but that's exactly what you need to do if you want to be like Ayanokoji. He doesn't follow the path laid out for him. He creates his own, and that's where you need to start. Ask yourself, are you living life by your own design, or are you just following the script that society handed you? The world is full of distractions, social media, consumerism, the latest trends, all designed to keep you from waking up to the reality that you're in a game. And unless you start thinking like a strategist, like Ayanokoji, you're going to keep losing. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The education system, especially in the USA, isn't designed to prepare you for the future. It's designed to keep you in the present. It keeps you chasing short-term rewards, good grades, a diploma, a stable job, while the real players, the ones like Ayanokoji, are focused on the long game. They're preparing for a future where they control their own destiny. Chapter 3: The Power of Strategic Thinking. Let's talk about what Ayanokoji does that makes him stand out. He isn't just smart, he's strategic. He doesn't react emotionally, he calculates his moves. In every situation, he asks himself, how can I use this to my advantage? And that's the mindset you need to develop if you want to escape the trap that's been set for you. Stop thinking about how to get good grades or how to get a better job. Start thinking about how to master situations, how to read people, and how to use your emotions as a tool, not a weakness. Ayanokoji shows us that emotional control is one of the most powerful weapons you can have. The system doesn't want you to know this because it thrives on your emotional reactions. Every time you get angry, scared, or stressed, you lose focus. But Ayanokoji, he stays calm, even in the most chaotic situations. And you can learn to do this too. It's not about being emotionless. It's about controlling when and how you express your emotions. In the USA, people are more emotional than ever, and it's one of the reasons why they're so easily manipulated. But once you learn to control your emotions, you'll be able to control almost any situation. Chapter 4. The truth they won't tell you. Here's something no one will tell you. The most successful people didn't get there by following the rules. They got there by breaking them, strategically. Ayanokoji isn't afraid to bend or manipulate the system when it benefits him. And here's the shocking truth. That's exactly what the most powerful people in the world do. You think billionaires and CEOs got to where they are by doing what they were told? They questioned everything, took calculated risks, and manipulated the system to their advantage. And this is where your school has failed you. It's teaching you to be just another cog in the machine, another worker bee. But if you want to be like Ayanokoji, you have to start thinking for yourself. You have to learn to question the system, challenge the norms, and never take things at face value. Chapter 5. Taking control of your future. So what's the next step? How do you actually start applying this to your life? It starts with small changes. Start observing your own emotions and how they affect your decisions. Start questioning the motives behind the rules you're being told to follow. And most importantly, start thinking strategically about every move you make. Ayanokoji's genius isn't just in his intelligence. It's in his ability to think 3 steps ahead of everyone else. Imagine what your life could look like if you did the same. You're not here to just survive. You're here to thrive. And the only way to do that is to break free from the programming that's been controlling you since you were a child. The USA education system, and most systems around the world, won't teach you this because it doesn't want you to think for yourself. But Ayanokoji knows better, and now so do you. Chapter 6. The myth of hard work. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Hard work pays off. But let's get one thing straight. Hard work alone won't get you anywhere. That's another lie the system has sold you. They want you to think that by working harder, you'll somehow break free from the cycle. But here's the reality. The hardest workers aren't always the ones who succeed. Think about it. Who's really getting ahead? It's the strategic thinkers. The ones who know how to leverage other people's work, who manipulate situations in their favor, who use their mind, not just their hands. Ayanokoji doesn't work harder than anyone else. In fact, it often seems like he's doing the bare minimum, but he's playing a different game, a game of leverage. He knows how to position himself, how to make others do the heavy lifting for him while he stays in control. This is a skill schools won't teach you because they need you to believe in the myth of hard work. But you don't want to be the person who works hard and gets nowhere. You want to be the person who works smart and controls the outcome. So here's the shocking truth. The most successful people in the world don't work the hardest. They work the smartest. They understand that the key to success isn't grinding away at meaningless tasks. It's about seeing the bigger picture, knowing which levers to pull and when to pull them. Chapter 7. The power of observation. Ayanokoji's real strength lies in his ability to observe. He doesn't act impulsively. He watches, listens, and learns. He notices things about people that others don't. In every interaction, he's analyzing, not just what's being said, but what's not being said. This is one of the most powerful skills you can develop, and it's something that schools will never teach you. Think about it. How much time do you spend actually observing the world around you? Most people are too caught up in their own thoughts, their own worries, and their own emotions to notice what's really happening. But Ayanokoji is different. He's always 2 steps ahead because he's always paying attention. And this is where you can gain a serious advantage. Start observing people, not just their words, but their body language, their emotions, and their reactions. Once you can read people, you can start to predict their actions. And once you can do that, you can start controlling situations, just like Ayanokoji. This is a skill that will put you leagues ahead of everyone else. While they're reacting, you're already planning your next move, and that's the difference between those who succeed and those who just get by. Chapter 8. Mastering emotional intelligence. We've talked about emotional control, but let's take it a step further. Emotional intelligence. Ayanokoji is a master at this. He understands his own emotions, and more importantly, he understands the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is about being aware of your emotions and using them to your advantage. It's about reading the emotions of others and knowing exactly how to manipulate them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you can't control your emotions, someone else will. The system loves emotionally unstable people because they're easier to manipulate. If you're angry, scared, or stressed, you're not thinking clearly. You're more likely to follow orders, more likely to buy into whatever they're selling. But once you start mastering emotional intelligence, you'll notice a shift in your life. You'll no longer be at the mercy of your feelings. Instead, you'll use them as tools to influence others, tools to gain control, and tools to get what you want. Ayanokoji's ability to remain calm in high-pressure situations isn't just about control, it's about understanding. He knows that emotions are powerful, but only if you know how to wield them. And once you master this, you'll find that people will start following you without even realizing it. Chapter 9. The Art of Manipulation. Now let's talk about something that makes most people uncomfortable: manipulation. Ayanokoji excels at it, and here's the truth. Everyone manipulates, whether they admit it or not. The difference is that Ayanokoji does it consciously, while most people do it unconsciously. Manipulation isn't inherently bad, it's a tool. It's only bad if you use it for destructive purposes. But when used wisely, it can help you navigate the complexities of life and come out on top. The key to manipulation is understanding people. Once you know what motivates someone, you can influence their actions. Ayanokoji knows this, and that's why he's always in control, even when it seems like he's not. He knows how to plant ideas in people's heads, how to make them think they're acting on their own when, in reality, they're following his plan. And that's the real power of manipulation. It allows you to control without appearing controlling. People don't like to feel like they're being manipulated, but when you do it skillfully, they won't even realize it's happening. This is a skill that can change your life. Imagine being able to influence people, guide their actions, and get what you want without ever having to force anything. That's the art of manipulation, and Ayanokoji is a master at it.